Alright, what is going on guys, Dwn+MK here, back with another Street Fighter 5 video, and in today's video we're actually not going to be continuing producing tech for our 7-colored bomber Rainbow Mika. Instead, we're going to be transitioning over back to our Psycho female soldier Falke, and I'm going to be going through, well, you can call this kind of a rant, reasonable changes video, just some suggestions as to things I'd like Falke to receive in Season 4 Street Fighter 5, which is right round the corner. And these changes, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, they're not outlandish changes that will make it outrageously good. I think these are quite reasonable and would just bump her up a few places in the tier list to make her a little bit more solid than she already is now. And I mean that in a sense of she's actually a well-designed Street Fighter character. She just doesn't fit the meta of Street Fighter 5, which the general consensus is she is pretty weak, one of the weakest characters in the game. And I'm hoping through this video, I don't think Capcom will see it anyway, because people did ask me before, what would you like to see Falke receive, or what would you change about Falke to make her better? Tried to do it on a stream, didn't work out, so I said let's make a dedicated video, and that is exactly what we're going to do here. Now I do have Ken as the dummy, but I probably will change to Birdie later for another specific change. But yeah, enough about me complaining or rambling on. Let's just jump straight into this suggested changes video. So let me double check I'm all good to go. Yes, we are. So the first thing I'd like to see Falke receive or change in Street Fighter 5 Season 4 is pretty simple. If I just go over to the V gauge and turn that off, this is very simple. And I'm probably gonna need the recording on as well. That would definitely help. I think it's this one. Ken throws a fireball, we're all good. Yes, he throws a fireball. So the first change, it would basically be a reliable way to build V-trigger. So aka a practical or proper way of using her V-skill. Because right now, the only way you can use it is by using it to end combos to build V-meter, but that is like you're sacrificing damage in that department. And the only other way to build V-trigger for Falke is by getting beaten up or blocking, and she doesn't really want to be doing that because she's already a defensive character and her defense is kind of bad outside of her invincible reversal. So if she does receive this change that allows her to reliably build V-meter due to clashing with fireballs, what this does, it will help her tremendously in the matchup against Guile, against herself in the mirror probably, Chun-Li, Ken, anyone you think, even Sagat. It will help her tremendously, and she's got a 2-bar V-trigger, so that would help. She'll probably potentially get it twice around, because usually right now she only gets V-trigger once and then she dies, or just something unfortunate happens. So if Capcom does change it, I'm hoping they have. If this happens, that would be great. And I'm pretty sure Falke players have been asking for this or pleading for it for quite some time, so it would be pretty decent if she does get another reliable way to build V-meter, aka more specifically using it to clash with fireballs. So that is the first change there, and this is probably going to be a long rant video here. But the next suggestion I'd like to see, now if I turn, the recordings are off, and if we go back to here, I think he's already on it. Yeah, he's alright. Okay, so the next change I'd like to see, these are very specific changes or a personal thing, so it's kind of going down to a selfish thing now, but it's still reasonable. I'd like to see some combo fixes. You can call them combo changes, combo fixes, whatever you want to call them, but basically it's from a specific scenario again. So as you know, Falke has this move which is down forward HK. I'm not going to pronounce it because it is quite a mouthful, and the follow-up from down forward HK is pretty limited. So what the follow-up is you do stand medium punch, stand medium kick into Katapult. If you got 1 bar, then you go into the EX Katapult, etc, etc. Let me do that again. 1, 2, yeah, EX Katapult, then whatever. You get the idea. So it's limited, but if you do play Falke, you'll know this already, but however you don't, the way Falke is optimal or supposed to end her combos is by using Psycho Schneide, because it provides more damage or inflicts more damage than a Katapult. So what I'd like to see, again this is like very finicky, is I'd like to see you able to end this combo in Psycho Schneide. If you're going to start with down forward HK, I'd like to see it end in Psycho Schneide, because as you can see right now, it is whiffing. And even if I do the EX version, that whiffs as well. So I think with that change there specifically, maybe they would have to increase the range on Psycho Schneide, or they'd have to reduce the pushback on a button, more specifically stand medium punch or stand medium kick, to allow that to connect. If they could do that, Capcom, that'd be great, but I highly doubt it's going to happen, because right now there are times where I've done it by accident, but it's just a sense for, or just allows Falke to be optimal in a sense. And it's not even from that situation only. There's another situation you can get it from as well. So I turn on counter hit. If you do stand medium punch, on counter hit you can link stand hard punch. Unfortunately, the Psycho Schneide whiffs there as well. However, that is a little bit too far, so I can understand that not working. But yeah, I'd just like to see those kind of combos connect so I can be optimal. And if I get another situation as well, even if you block, or the opponent blocks the stand forward, the down forward HK, sorry, if you do the follow-up after, Psycho Schneide still whiffs. So I just want Psycho Schneide to connect from certain situations, so Falke can be a little bit more optimal and get a little bit more damage, the damage that she deserves. But that is essentially that. They're just finicky combos. If it does happen, that would be great, but I highly doubt it happens, because one thing, shoutouts to my boy Orez for telling me this ages ago, the thing with simple input characters is, with their special moves, they've got specific ranges, and there's only 2 versions. So there's only like a regular version and EX version, and you can't really change their ranges. So it's going to be weird to change this character if Capcom are looking to change her special attacks, Falke, but I highly doubt it anyway. But we will see. So the next change, again, just moving on, because these are just going to come thick and fast, rapid. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to put like the actual change in text on the video, or on the screen, like during the video, so you guys will get it. The next one will be down medium kick, the air version of down medium kick. I want this move, and I'm pretty sure other people would like this move to be a bit meaningful, because right now it has very little to zero purpose. Like, it is completely useless. People do use it to trick the opponent or bait anti-airs. Now, baiting anti-airs is pretty good. What this does, you can bait anti-airs at a certain angle, but for the most part, I'd like it to do something completely different than that, because, and even if you do space this incorrectly, you actually can get punished or blown up for it, because as you can see right now, on block, it's like a pogo stick. You jump on the opponent, I'm jumping on Ken, and then I jump off and I'm in the air. So that leaves me vulnerable to getting anti-aired, and depending on the character, they can receive or inflict very big damage from Falke jumping, or sorry, recovering from that move, the down medium kick. And if I take it off of first attack only, I get the same effect. So yeah, I'm basically just there. I don't know what Capcom's real intention for this was, but right now people don't really like it. As far as I'm aware, Falke players don't really like it. I mean, her opponents, they're swimming in moolah, because if you've got a sick anti-air combo, just like I said, to reiterate, you're going to inflict big damage on Falke, and they don't really want to be dealing with that. So the change I'd like to see with this is, on hit, I want it to work like Mika's dive bomb. On hit, I plummet down. So as soon as I hit the opponent, I just go straight to the ground. That's it. On block, I don't mind if you bounce off, because that means it's punishable, and the opponent, depending on what the resources they have, they get a good combo. But on hit, I just want it to plummet down. That way, Falke's not in so much danger, and if it does hit, you give her the frame advantage of +2 or +3. You know, a generic situation, frame data situation in Street Fighter 5. That way, if she does plummet down from this, she can do like a stand medium punch to stop the opponent from backdashing, do a frame trap, or maybe even apply pressure with standing light kick. I don't think that's too bad. Let me know what you guys think about that one. It's a very finicky change. The finicky changes I'm suggesting, but I think they would make her a lot better and give her a more, or the tools she has now, make them a lot more potent in certain situations. But right now, the only use for down medium kick is just for baiting anti-airs, or just trying to jump out the corner and literally mess up the opponent's timing, because funnily enough, Falke is actually hard to anti-air. She's actually pretty difficult to anti-air in quite a few situations. But yeah, those are some changes I've made, or I've suggested so far. The last one, I actually do need to change the character to Birdie, so give me one sec guys, we will change the characters and be back to you shortly. Okay, and we are back with the suggested changes, or more like my rant on Falke and what I'd like to see her receive in Season 4. And we've got Birdie here for the one last suggested change. I'm hoping that would be happening in Season 4, but that is basically change the startup of her Katapult, her kick move, which is this. Change the startup of that from 16 frames, which it currently is now, to 14 frames. Why are you asking that, Jammers? That's a pretty peculiar change. No, I'll show you why I want that change, because, and this is only applying to mainly Karen, G, and Falke. So, oh, sorry, G, Birdie, and Karen. So, when he does a sweep, his sweep leaves him at -14. However, Falke actually can't punish that from there. There's nothing she can do that punishes it from there. except super, I believe, which if you don't have the resources, you can't actually catch him. So the reason I'm suggesting that Katapult gets changed from 16 frames to 14 frames is that if he does that, I get to punish with a Katapult, just a raw Katapult. And the thing is, it would be a 1 frame punish, so you'd have to get it reversal timing, otherwise it won't work. So that's why I'm suggesting that. So 1 frame punish, because right now, if you do Katapult, Falke doesn't get any Oki off of that. When you land Katapult, if you dash, you're actually -4 after the dash, because it's 16 knockdown frames, so you actually can't get a lot, or you can't get anything. So instead, Falke has to walk, right? She has to walk to try and get Oki, right? And if you do have a CA on deck, you just cancel into the CA. So I think that's fairly reasonable. Oh, just to punish that with a Katapult, that's completely fine. So Katapult does 90 damage raw. So if Karen, Birdie, or G does a max distance sweep, I just go, yeah, 2 buttons, punish, 90 damage, no Oki. If I have CA, then I get my CA damage as well. Not asking for too much. The reason I haven't mentioned EX Katapult is because that starts up in 20 frames. If I'm saying that, that'd probably be too much, because she actually gets decent mileage and for a couple situations off of EX Katapult, sorry. Right, and that's going to be it for the video, guys. Just a couple of changes I'm hoping to see Falke receive in Season 4. But, you know, Capcom's already decided on what they're going to do. So if some of them are there, it'll be great. If not, oh well. But I think they're fairly reasonable. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Some things I didn't mention. Her damage output. Her damage output is pretty decent. It's pretty high. That's why I didn't mention it. Both V-Trigger 1 and V-Trigger 2. As well as without being in either V-Trigger mode. I didn't mention a V-Trigger 2 at all, because I don't think no matter what Capcom do, I don't think that'll make much of a difference, even if they made the V-Trigger 2 bars. It's just they'd have to change the way you activate it, but I don't think they're going to do that. I didn't mention anything about hitbox or hurtbox changes, because that'll kind of defeat the point of the character, how to utilize her tools, and how opponents can whiff punish her, etc, etc. So I didn't want to make any outlandish changes. They're all reasonable ones. I guess you can call them like quick fixes, I guess. But it was just mainly me ranting. But let me know how you guys felt about this video in the comment section. Let me know if you are a Falke player, what you'd like to see changed about her. Or do you agree with my changes? Do you think something else completely different? Do you disagree? Let me know. But if you enjoyed the video, let me know. If you didn't, then please feel free to dislike the video and let me know about that as well. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, then you're more than welcome to. It's not the end of the world if you don't. My following social media outlets will be in the description below, my Twitter and my Twitch. But this has been your boy HC Jammers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care.